Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. How's it going out there? And at long last, I am going to pick my team. Now, this one is a bit of just a live me actually picking it. I think I'll probably put this one after my actual team reveal. But I just thought I'd also post this as a bit of a, sort of backstage pass kind of setup, me actually picking it live. Because, I just wanted to get through some practice games, and I hate chopping and changing when you haven't even seen games, and I wanted to get some evidence, actually see where guys were playing, and then launch into the team. So I'm actually quite intrigued to see how this goes. I'll just be working live. As you can see, this is blank. And I think I would have done an official team reveal with my team fully filled out the day before, whenever I choose to drop this one. But yeah, you guys have been asking where this is, so here we go. Let's get stuck into it. Feel free to skip throughout the video if you're, it might be a bit of a longer one. I do have, it's hard to not think about it, even when you aren't picking a team, but I do have some guys that I definitely want to start. So I'm just going to, sort of pick those guys and try and build the side around it. But it always comes down to that old salary cap as to how you can fit everybody in. But I'm just going to sort of waltz along and go through and pick my side, and feel free to critique it. Let me know what you think, and while you're at it, if you want to give it a little like and subscribe, by all means do so as well. Taking all feedback. Let's get stuck into it. Jake Lloyd's definitely a guy that I want to start. I mean, I've certainly thought about the rough structure that I want to go with, and guys that I sort of want to start. I'm probably content to take, I'll just put Crisp there for now, but I'll be happy to take Dawson. I'll be happy to take Ridley or Short as well. Whitfield's a guy that I've been big on for a long time. And of course, Sicily is a lock for mine as well. So I'm just going to set those in stone there, and then just work out each line on some of the locks that I just want to build this side around. So I love myself a bit of Jack Steele, Clayton Oliver. You can have a little Guernsey and Shorty Superstars as well. Probably thinking Petrarca. And then I've still got, I thought Neil was pretty good. I think there's a bit of concern about what position he'd play. And, he's probably not going to be the absolute main guy in there all the time. But I'm still pretty happy for him to be the guy that we run with at discounted price. And we're going to chuck Dacos in there as well, of the Nick variety. And then we'll disrupt department. This is probably the part that look, Grundy for me is a lock just for the moment. I was big on Sean Darcy, but now honestly I've got a little bit of cold feet with this injury concern. I'm going to put Jared Witts there just for the moment, and I'm going to put Bruce there for the moment. Let's see how we go with the salary cap as we work our way down. I get the sense that it's going to be tight, and I don't quite know how we're going to go, but that ruck line could cause me a great deal of concern. But I'll just deal with this forward line. I'm happy to pick up Duncan and Taranto later in the piece, and this is where it could get a little bit funkier, and some things could go either way. Isaac Heaney, welcome to the team. Oh shit, 22% of sides. Wow. Last time I looked, he was in 11% of teams. So that's proving not as unique as maybe I once thought. That midfield time has people listening loud and clear. And then for me, I think Rayner and Canelio just pick themselves. So now we can sort of dive into, what do we got? Not too much coin. Doesn't really leave a stack of cash to fill out these rookies. Might be pushing the friendship. But let me just scroll all the way. And look, these rookies, I'm hoping that is a rough guide of my structure. I'm hoping I don't have to change it too much. Well, I just have to wait and see. And these, give or take, I think, Rochelli's probably a chance. I'll see how I'm going. Cash-wise, who was I thinking? McDonald, maybe. I do like McGuinness. I mean, he can go forward if we need him. Reef as well. Hollins, we might chuck him in the forward line. I am big on Cooper Stevens. Can he get a go? We'll have to wait and see. I'm not paying massive attention to these guys. Look, I'll put Cheetahs, me mate Cheetahs in there. He may debut, he may not. We'll just wait and see what happens. Like I said, these rookies, they'll chop and change. I really just want to hopefully fill out a structure that works in pretty nicely. Because I do think we might just need a little bit more reinforcements down back. McCartan, I'll put him there for now. O'Driscoll seemed to, do enough. Wilmot was certainly quite impressive. Will Kelly, super popular, but I don't know if he's going to get a gig or not. We're going to have to wait and see. And De Conning is my man down there. Big fan of him. Let's take it to the forward line, and I know Hollins is definitely a guy that will start. So I think this will fit in reasonably well, actually. I mean, look, you get a sense for what structures are going to fit. So while I hadn't picked my team, you sort of get a bit of a sense for, what is going to fit into the mould, give or take a few percentages here or there. I think from memory, Cobden seemed like he might have been a half-decent option. Let's just keep scrolling. Peddlers in a few teams. We'll definitely go Hollins. How's that bank balance looking? 510. Not too bad, not too bad. And chuck Cobden in there. And look, it's much of a muchness. Curtis could be a chance. One of the fellas was pumping his tyres right up. Is there anything sort of floating around? Low percentage. I mean, Parker's, Tex might be a chance. Given Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody is under a bit of a cloud, but I mean, it doesn't really matter who we chuck here. Was there anyone around the 123s that was somewhat saucy? Nothing too much. Like I said, we'll be able to iron these ones out as we go. I'm just going to chuck in Peddler just for a bit of fun. We've got 262k left over, so I might. Shorty has the old screen, so zoomed in a bit just for his old age, but that might be a bit easier for you guys to see a bit more of the team. And we might just have a little bit of a look around at maybe what I can do with that extra cash. Now, I tell you who I would like to fit in this side, and that is Lockie Weller, to be honest. I really think that he could be quite interesting, quite an interesting prospect. So, I mean, I need an extra 140k, so I don't really feel like that's going to be possible because, I mean, there could be the option. I mean, you could just drop... I guess you could. Probably comes down to that Bruce factor, but I'm really sensing a bit of a rotation from the Giants. I'm really sort of thinking that's going to be real iffy to try and just rely on Bruce at R2. You're probably leaving yourself open a bit. I mean, Petrarca doesn't have to be my team. Crisp, I said, was, potentially manoeuvrable. Even if we said, hey, let's drop down to, let's just say, Jaden Short for argument's sake. And then for argument's sake, if you went Brayshaw, that pops me up to 320. So we're still a fair way off, really. We're still a fair way off. Couldn't really see where else I could. And I don't really want to be penny pinching just to get, I don't know. What have I got? Lloyd. Let's call it 4 premiums in the back line. Let's call it 4 in the midfield. That's 8. 9 with Grundy. 10 for sure with Dunkley. And look, hopefully one of Butters. Well, hopefully both. But definitely one of them will be a keeper. I'm certainly thinking they both can be. Which would, give me 12. So that's not too bad. You can definitely work with that. I guess it makes you sort of say, well, what are you penny pinching for? Just go and launch Maxi Gawn. That could be the other option as well. I mean, how would that look? Because I do like short, but I just think Crisp is going to be just a cruisy. Oh, you bastard. Oh, I didn't. Whoops. I did. You got to anti-select them. You got to unselect them. So that brings me to 7K. And you can always have a bit of a play around. Yeah, look. I did not anticipate having Gawn in my side. I really didn't. And he isn't just yet. This is a full play around. That's interesting, though. Didn't anticipate that at all. I mean, your other options would be to go back to Wits, and then, you could upgrade, say, McGuinness to, I think I had 260 on the table. You could upgrade him to someone who's around 400, but I don't really like playing with the mids there. I don't really like playing with the mids in a mid-price option at all. But you'd sort of be looking at, potentially, I can't remember exactly how much I would have had left over, but I mean, shit, I didn't realise. Yeah, that's okay. That's interesting. All right, let's have a play around here. Let's have a little play. Where are you, Jared? You got to be in the rucks for that, mate. Nice. What's going on, Witsy? What do we got here? How much cash? Sorry, Finn. You're gone, mate. You're gone. And then what's up, Lockie? Well, actually, just for aesthetics, let's just, just because we'll just get a little funky for absolutely no bloody reason. We'll put Weller in the forward line just to really make the... what have I done? Get back to the forward line. Nice. Sexy. Nice. And then just, for absolutely no reason, just put Cornelio in the forward line in the midfield instead. How does that look, ladies and gentlemen? That's a bit funky. That's interesting. So what do you got, Crispy? I don't know. Something says to me, just I don't want to go with Gawn. I don't know. Look, I'll tell you what this is going to... I really did like the look of Weller. I really, really did. We can just save this bad boy. I really liked what I saw. It just looks like such an easy point scoring position. He's a beautiful kick. He's just going to take all those kick-ins, It just looked cruisy. Now, I don't see that back line changing much at all. Crisp is potentially... It's nothing against him, but I could happily have Dawson or Ridley or Short in there as well. Oh, shit. I probably didn't actually... I probably prefer Petrarca. Oh, I forgot Brayshaw was there. Fuck. Oh, what are their prices? I think I can still do it. How's my maths going? Where are you, Christian? Give me that green tick. Fuck. Oh, wait. You've done that twice. What an idiot. Hello, Christian, with 6K left. Baby, nice. I like that. The things that excite you in everyday life. Okay, nice. I like Brayshaw, I do, but I do prefer Petrarca. So I feel like I bat pretty good till, M7 there. And the 6K, I know it's minuscule, but it does give you a little bit of wriggle room if you want a 117 guy to a 123 or what have you. This will purely depend on wits. And if, that's pretty heavy in the forward line, I must admit, pretty heavy. But I feel like the side's reasonably balanced. So just going to have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. That is Shorty picking his team very much live, very much not quite knowing how it's all going to pan out. A bit could change. Honestly, I've done the live picking first, obviously, because it wouldn't have been quite real life if I just picked it and then pretended to pick it live. So that was a live session, me actually picking it. This could well change by the time I actually do my team reveal in about an hour or two. I'm going to Might hit the gym and just have a ponder on it. But basically, from what I've currently got, I'm pretty happy with it. And I can probably anticipate that the one thing it will rest on is that ruck department. Do I go Wits? Do I feel confident in him? Can he give me what I need in R2? Do I need to potentially... Draper's a guy that's really caught my eye as well. And he's, I'd need to find an extra $10,000 somewhere else, which, if push come to shove, could be done, like I said, with Crisp or something like that. But I think that's a wrap for now, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks for tuning in. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. And yeah, definitely we'll be chatting soon. I'll be going live on Wednesday, as I love to do. 8 o'clock, be there, be smart. We'll talk some banter. We'll talk some SuperCoach, as always. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'm going to sit and ponder on this one for 16 days. Cheers.